everybody, welcome in Purple Penguin Craft Room. I'm Vicky. Today's craft is going to be a kind of a bead ornament. We're going to call it a bead ornament because we're going to be using wood beads. So I'm going to kind of briefly go over some of the stuff I might be using, but you never know, I could change my mind just halfway through. You got to watch and keep on tagging along to see what I've got going on. We're going to start with the wood beads. These are, I mean, you can get them on Amazon. I got lucky and got these when the Dollar Tree was still less, or only $1. Right before they went to $1.25, I got a bunch of these. I've seen them pretty, you know, they were hard to find, and they're starting to bring them back more often, and people aren't grabbing them up as quickly. So there's that. But again, just some wood beads. Going to be using, I've got these, I got this idea, I want to hang something, where the idea with the beads, we're going to make a circle, and then I want to hang something in the middle. So I got all these little things to try and hang in the middle. So these are from Dollar Tree, and they come in the little wood packs, and I think you get like 8 or something like that, 6 or 8 of them. These are so cute, so we might use one of these, or also from the Dollar Tree, I've seen these little guys too. These are so cute. So we've got a little snowman. Again, they come in the little wood packs. You get like a 6 or 8 of them. We got a little Christmas tree and the little angels. So cute. They do come a little wonky. So if I do the angel, I'm going to take that off and correct it. I do like to keep that on there because that is super cute. But it's not straight. So we might fix that. Some other things, I might be using some ribbon, definitely using some ribbon. I've got green or red as my options. I am going to be using some wire. I haven't quite decided what type of wire I want to use yet. This is both floral wire. This is a 24 gauge, and I believe this is 16 gauge floral wire. And also want to get, I got this at Hobby Lobby, and it's kind of cool. It comes in silver or gold. It's called bow wire. That's what it's called. It's called bow wire. So it's a really almost like a cord is what it is. It's almost like a cord, but you can bend it, so it's a really, really thin wire. So we're going to use that too, and especially to dangle the little items in between in the ornament itself. Sorry, losing my words. But so we're going to use that. But if you can find, like, I don't know if you have, like, you can use, I'm trying to think, any kind of really, really thin cord. You could probably use floss. You could probably use what am I thinking? Yarn. I would probably take the yarn apart from the strands and just use like a single strand. Same thing with the floss. You can use a thinner floss, or you can use thread. Fishing wire might work too. You know, all the possibilities. Once you see what I get started, and when I get started in doing things, you can definitely, your mind can kind of turn and think, what do you have? Because don't go out and especially buy things. Just use what you got. All right, just use what you got. Let's get started. All right, to get started, let's grab, I've got 2 strands here of the wood beads. So I gotta decide how big do I want my circle to be, because that's what we're doing. We're basically doing a circle so that we can fit our little items in the middle here. And I kind of like it like this. So we're going to go with however many beads this portion is. So I'm thinking 2, 4, 8, 10, 12, 16, 15. Look at that, even 20. Even 20. I'm going to cut those. And probably try not to make too much of a mess here. Now, at this point, you can take your beads and you can stain them, you can paint them, you know, do whatever you want. I'm actually going to I love this natural wood look. Absolutely love it. And I'm going to leave it. We're going to take our wire. Again, this is the 24 gauge wire. It is floral wire. You can get at Joann's, Michael's, Hobby Lobby, Walmart. Anywhere has the floral wire, really. Dollar Tree does not carry floral wire, but basically you can get it anywhere else. Anywhere where you can find floral departments. I'm just trying to keep these from the strand, get them onto my wire here without it being too complicated. I know what you're thinking is like, why don't I just leave them on the cord? Because I actually want to manipulate how my beads are on the cord. The cord, when you leave it on the cord, they can get flimsy and move around. So I want mine to be all together. This one is still a little tight up there. Let's grab another one. All right. Let's make our circle. I'm just going to take these and twist them, twist it together. Are you done? Thank you. Okay, so we've got our little circle like so. And then from this point, I kind of want to twist this part. I want to make I almost might want to make a loop down here that we could tie off our little figures onto. But at the same time, I would need to make a loop up here too. So I think we're going to attempt this here. You know what? I think we're just going to stick with the one loop. Here at the top, because I think on the bottom one, I think if I might do something different with that. Okay. Needle nose pliers are usually your friend when you're working with wire. Now I'm making this little loop here at the top, but I'm doing it to where if you put something through it, it's going to you go through sideways like so. And the reason I'm doing that, there is a reason behind it. And I will show you. So when you do your ornament string, like I'm going to, for this one, we're going to do just some cord. We're going to do some jute cord. And I always do 8 inches. The 8-inch length here. That's a good length for any of my ornament string. That's what I do. So, through the loop here, go up to the top here. So, tie yourself a knot there. So easy. But now this way, because I did it sideways like this, which means this part of it goes this way. So when you're hanging it, your object that you're hanging it on, like your tree branch or whatnot, goes this way. So then your circle stays front and center. So now if I was to turn it, and then my string would go this way. So then when you hang it on a tree, unless your tree is sideways, you're going to be, you know, it makes sense, right? It does make sense. If it doesn't, leave me a message in the comments and I'll try and explain it a little bit more. But it will make sense. Trust me, when you're hanging things. All right, so we've got our little, like I said, it's not going to be perfect, but you know, nothing is going to be perfect. It's handmade. So it's great. Okay, I'm going to leave it like that. Remember, I did 20 here, so they're even when we've got our little loop here. So that turns out perfect. We've got items to decide. So I've got these little snowflakes. I've even seen they have the little bells. You can do a little bell. We're going to do a little gingerbread man. How cute is that? We got a little snowman. That's super cute too. Looks like I've got this little angel. How precious is that? Or Christmas tree. But I mean, these are just the things that I'm going to be using. You could totally find something completely different. Like, I would recommend going to one of the craft stores or wherever you might just pop into. Check out the little mini ornament section. Check out for the little mini ornament section for the mini trees. You could find so many different things. You can put it in the middle here. Would be possibilities are endless. Yeah, you can do whatever you want. So my decision is, I gotta decide. I think I'm gonna go with, I think we're gonna go with gingerbread, right? We're gonna go with the gingerbread man. Like I said, these are from the Dollar Tree. There's this little pack here. It looks like there was 14 little mini guys here. And so we are going to stick him so he looks like that. So let's go ahead and paint him. Let's go ahead and paint him. I don't want him to match the outside of my ornament there. So we're going to paint him. We're going to take, I've got honey brown acrylic paint because he is wood. So we're going with acrylic paint today. I'll just grab me a little paintbrush. And, you know, normally, I always say this, when I'm painting these little laser cut things, I actually don't usually paint the sides, and that's typically because if you ever look at the laser cut stuff, it's already got this dark etching from laser cutting. It's basically burning it. I kind of like that. It gives its own trim, basically. So basically, you just want to paint the top here. And I've seen a lot of people, instead of paintbrushes, you can use like a paint sponge or a makeup sponge or something like that. So you don't have to necessarily potentially paint the sides of it. You can just paint the top. But it's totally up to you on whatever you want to do with it. However you feel comfortable painting. If you want to paint it all the way around, go for it. Definitely do it. I am actually, we're going to paint the front and the back. He's so little, and I want him to look a little bit finished. I'm not going to put a face on both sides, but I want to at least paint the front and the back to be the same color anyways. I'm only going to put a face and decorate the front of him. But you could totally make him two-sided though if you really wanted to. That'd be kind of fun. Okay, so now we're going to do, he needs his little white squiggles. We're going to use an off-white color. This is, what was it, light buttermilk. use a little micro brush. Try and find the smallest brush you possibly can. Or this might be a good thing for paint pens. Paint pens are always kind of good too. And I think mine, I go with some squiggles across the top of his forehead. There we go. Kind of dress him up a little bit here. I do want to reuse my little micro brush here, so I'm just going to rinse it off real quick. Let's give him some eyes. This is black, Craft Smart black today. Usually I just kind of whatever black I come across. I'm not really super picky about my black. Eyeballs, so cute. I'm not going to put a mouth on him though. I really don't really want to put a mouth on him. I'm just going to leave him with just 2 eyes. See how if I decide I want to do a mouth later, I can do a mouth later. Let's decorate up his belly. He needs some little red, and we're going to use Gingerbread. Art. I love this red. It's not a super bright red, and it's not a super dark red. It's just kind of right there. Oh, that needs 2. Decided to go ahead with 2 on him. So cute. I think that's all we're going to do with that. Okay. Off the side. Now we got to decide how we're going to hang him. We're going to bring in that cord I was talking about. So it's called bow wire. So I got for $2.49. I was tax in there. So kind of thinking need to somehow attach this to the top of his head so he can dangle. So I'm thinking you can easily just cut this with scissors. It's a very, like I said, a very thin wire on there. Thinking we're just going to don't need a lot of glue here, just a little bit. I'm going to push that down, but not with my oh. Now you can dangle. And you can wrap them around. So you can do this with any kind of wire you have, or cord, or whatever. Alright. Perfect. And he dangles right in there. Alright, now we need to dress up the rest we need to make this look a little dressier, right? We need to kind of fix us up here. I've got this greenery stuff. It comes on a wire as well. This is from Hobby Lobby. It does come a little flat, so you're going to kind of have to mess it up a little bit here. We're going to go with about this much. Now we're just kind of accessorizing at this point. Just accessorizing. I think I want 2 strands of this. Double the greenery here. This is just a couple inches. This is probably, 3 inches. 3 inches long. I'm going to actually just put them crosswise and twist them together here. So that looks good, like so. We're going to take these little berries. These are from Hobby Lobby as well. They're called red berries. You get a whole bunch of them. But basically, they're the same berries that you get on the vine already. These are a little bit larger actually, but they come just 2 on a little strand. 2 in a little strand here, and I figure I can just wrap it around like so. Look at that. And they can just hang out there. Easy. Easy peasy. Let's just put a couple of those. Don't need very many. I just like to add some little berries in there too. For a little something extra. If I wanted to make sure this was extra sturdy, I could actually go ahead and use the wire, the bow wire stuff, and wrap it around this as well, which I might actually do. Actually, just take some of this wire here that I have, bring it out. Kind of help make it sturdier here. To help with my greens on here. There we go. So not only is it glued on there, it's also got the wire holding it on there as well. Okay. Now we need a little bow or something right here in the middle here. I'm gonna go ahead. I was gonna go ahead and do a jute, but I think we're gonna go ahead. I was thinking on green, but we're gonna go with red. Go with a little baby red bow here. Pinky and thumb, and we wrap it around 3 times. Put that together. Like so. separate out your little loops here. They will want to kind of congregate together. Okay. And voila. We are all done. How cute is that? That is adorable. Like I said, you could definitely trim this up a little bit here. So, there we go. Like I said, you could definitely switch out your little guy to whatever little figurine or item or little thing you want to put in there. So cute. Definitely let me know what kind of ornament you would put in there. What kind of little embellishment would you put in there in the comments? Let me know. And keep coming back to the Purple Penguin Craft Room. Happy crafting.